Hello again. I guess we're doing a St. Patrick's Day special. How neat. I think I've greened it up enough in here with the lighting and the decor, and got a little hat there. So what are we doing for this St. Patrick's Day special? Because, it's just one of those weird holidays that I just never really quite know what to do for, and generally don't do anything for it, but I'm trying to fix that. There's not a lot of junk food items for St. Patrick's Day. Did you ever notice that? Like, Halloween is the king of junk food. All kinds of candy and treats. Christmas isn't far behind, pretty close. Not as many things, but still some good stuff. Valentine's Day probably rules the chocolate department, but they also have a few other things. Then a little further down the road, we're going to have Easter, which is also just so many candy options. St. Patrick's Day is not one of those holidays. There's very slim pickings, but we do get this little treat every year. These limited edition Lucky Charms that turn your milk green with aid of magic clovers. Wow! I'll tell you, I've been eating this stuff quite a bit recently, and it just barely turns my milk green. I don't know if it's because I'm having very small bowls. I'm trying not to be a disgusting pig as much anymore. So maybe it's because I don't have enough in the bowl to activate the greenism. Or maybe it's because I'm using almond milk. I'll let you judge me now. I feel like that's a very controversial thing to say, that I'm using almond milk. Either way, this is fun. I like this a lot. There's also cereal bar versions of this. I'll have to get some of those as well. Anything I can get. I love the holidays of all sorts. I'm just a bit of a holiday nerd, I guess. I get really stupid for this stuff. But the fun doesn't stop with the green milk, because you turn the box around. What is this? You see, I'll give you a good look. This is everything you need to make your very own leprechaun trap. So if you want to capture a leprechaun and enslave it for whatever you want to do with that, then here you go. Steal its gold. I guess that's what you do with leprechaun. You steal their gold, which it's never a good idea from what I've seen. I've watched the movies, In Space, In the Hood, all of them. They're all just masterpieces. But you never steal leprechaun's gold. It will only end badly. They can be very mischievous. Sometimes they might just pull a bit of a prank on you. Or maybe they'll just kill you and, I don't know, eat your ear or something. It's crazy. But either way, this is really cute. It's basically like a little river ride, and then there's a drop. So you cut out this little raft, put it here, the leprechaun sits on the raft, apparently goes down this river and then into this little hole. So we got to cut a hole in here. But I love, like, you just want to look at some of the sign. There's like little signs. Free tube rides for leprechauns. Not suspicious. Free gold coins downriver. Ride the magical green milk river rapids. This one says, look out for waterfalls, but then it just says, it crosses out. So it just says, look for waterfalls. There is no way this is a trap. Okay, that was sincere laughter. That just got me right now. It also says, build your leprechaun trap, collect all 5 traps. So I'm assuming different boxes contain different traps featured on the back. I'll have to look out for that. I'm just now noticing this, so that's pretty neat. This one seems simple enough to construct, so we're going to put this one together, and then we're going to see if we can catch something. Because it seems practical to be able to catch a leprechaun. Well, it's February as of recording this. We're not quite in March yet, but I think we're close enough, so, It'll be March when you see this, though. So. I could have just lied and said it's March. It really doesn't matter, does it? So, let's try and put this thing together. Okay, so like I mentioned before, you're gonna need some scissors to cut some things. So for any children watching, I guess you need parental, what is it? Enlarge the show detail. That's not what I'm, have an adult help cut along the dotted lines. Well, I'm legally an adult. Mentally, I'm not always quite sure, but let's see if I can get this in here without cutting myself or anything like that. Just gotta get that. All right, so that was just a little bit of a hiccup there, but we're back. So I got the initial hole put in. That's really the hard part. Just gotta keep cutting along that dotted line. It's a little hard to see now because of, you know, the blood, yeah, but I got this. So I'm just gonna keep cutting. This is kind of awkward. Plus these scissors are ready to be put down, honestly. They've been abused quite a bit. Okay, this is gonna be a little, okay, well that's not good. I feel like I should have used maybe an X-Acto knife, which if you're a child doing this, I don't recommend using an X-Acto knife. It'd probably be dangerous, and we're very much about safety on here, on the Candy Jack program here. So we fold this part, so don't cut that, you fold this. There we go. And I guess the idea is that the little raft is going to travel down here and then go into this little slot. And then there's, you know, the flap you can see right there. Man, I guess the Leprechaun goes behind that and then you get stuck. And there's no way he can escape the cardboard boundaries that have been set forth for him here. So it's ingenious, really. The only real issue I'm seeing is that you also have to cut this out. So, you know, I mean, like if that's cut out, that leaves a big hole for him to get out. I mean, I'm not exactly sure how large a leprechaun is, but I'm gonna attempt to cut that out the best I can without ruining everything. This is kind of a joke, honestly. How are you supposed to do this? Oh my god. I'm kind of getting it here. Yep, there we go. Alright. Okay, that's not too bad. We're getting it. Got it. Okay, there we go. Oh, shoot. So that's our little raft. You're supposed to cut this center part out too. I'm just gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna say it's not that important. So we're just gonna leave the little center part in there. And take this. You can see there's a spot right there. Stick it on there. Okay, so the idea is that the leprechaun, I guess, is gonna get on this raft. Ah, he gets stuck in there. Foolproof, really. So I think I'm going to now set this outside somewhere, and I'm gonna just leave it out overnight. I'm gonna check on it, and then we're gonna see, you know, what goes down here. All right, let's set that. Okay. All right, perfect. See what happens. Well, all right, guys. Looks like we caught something over here. Yeah, he's a little bit fatter than I thought he'd be, but nonetheless, we actually caught something in this little doodad here. So I guess that's a solid product right there. So get yourself some limited edition Clover, Lucky Charms, whatever. It doesn't even say St. Patrick's Day on here, does it? No. It's obviously for St. Patrick's Day, but they're kind of dancing around it for some reason. But either way, get yourself some of those, and get yourself a leprechaun. Depending on the part of the country or world that you live in, you may have a higher or lower chance of catching one, but you know, gotta try. Okay, we'll release you back into the wild, little guy. Okay. It's beautiful. It's the purity of nature at work.